Hi everyone, welcome to A Course in Miracles Live, and today we just finished our beautiful Strawberry Fields Festival out in the canyons of rural Utah, and wow, it was spectacular. And I put some posts up in Instagram and also in Facebook of all the great live music. Also, the sessions were recorded, so they'll be appearing up on Spotify and Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, all of our platforms, so you'll be able to hear these beautiful, profound, deep sessions. So I thought I would share a couple of Course in Miracles lessons that are very deep, very profound, and also my friend Christopher Todd has been giving me more and more great music, so it's been a little while since I've posted some of this music for you to really enjoy. So in between the lessons, I'm going to play some of his songs. He's just been delivering them to me one after the next, and they're so good. They're so lively, they're so helpful, they're so healing, they're so soothing. Yeah, it's just a blessing to behold. So yeah, it's a musical week. It was a musical weekend, and it's a musical week, and this is just a little live broadcast that's an interlude, because coming up we have our Tabula Rasa Mystery School, which is 3 weeks in Chapala, Mexico at La Casa de Milagros. So we have about 50% of the participants that are Spanish speaking, or primarily Spanish speaking. Some are bilingual, and then we have another 50% that are English speaking. So that'll be a joy of unwinding and undoing. So let's start off with lesson 132. Let's go a little further. Jump ahead 20. Lesson 152. Let's try that one today. The power of decision is my own. No one can suffer loss unless it be his own decision. No one suffers pain except his choice elects this state for him. No one can grieve, nor fear, nor think him sick unless these are the outcomes he wants. And no one dies without his own consent. Nothing occurs but represents your wish, and nothing is emitted that you choose. Here is your world, complete in all details. Here is its whole reality for you. And it is only here salvation is. You may believe that this position is extreme and too inclusive to be true. Yet, can truth have exceptions? If you have the gift of everything, can loss be real? Can pain be part of peace, or grief of joy? Can fear and sickness enter in a mind where love and perfect holiness abide? Truth must be all-inclusive if it be truth at all. Accept no opposites and no exceptions, for to do so is to contradict the truth entirely. Salvation is the recognition that the truth is true and nothing else is true. This you have heard before, but may not yet accept both parts of it. Without the first, the second has no meaning, but without the second is the first no longer true. Truth cannot have an opposite. This cannot be too often said and thought about. For if what is not true is true as well as what is true, then part of truth is false, and truth has lost its meaning. Nothing but the truth is true, and what is false is false. This is the simplest of distinctions, yet the most obscure, but not because it is a difficult distinction to perceive. It is concealed behind a vast array of choices that do not appear to be entirely your own. And thus the truth appears to have some aspects that belie consistency, but do not seem to be but contradictions introduced by you. As God created you, you must remain unchangeable, with transitory states by definition false. And that includes all shifts in feeling, alterations in conditions of the body and the mind, in all awareness and in all response. This is the all-inclusiveness which sets the truth apart from falsehood, and the false kept separate from the truth as what it is. Is it not strange that you believe to think you made the world you see is arrogance? God made it not. Of this you can be sure. What can he know of the ephemeral, the sinful and the guilty, the afraid, the suffering and lonely, and the mind that lives within a body that must die? You but accuse him of insanity to think he made a world where such things seem to have reality. He is not mad, yet only madness makes a world like this. To think that God made chaos, contradicts his will, invented opposites to truth, and suffers death to triumph over life. All this is arrogance. Humility would see at once these things are not of him. And can you see what God created not? To think you can is merely to believe you can perceive what God willed not to be. And what could be more arrogant than this? Let us today be truly humble and accept what we have made as what it is. The power of decision is our own. Decide but to accept your rightful place as co-creator of the universe, and all you think you made will disappear. What rises to awareness then will be all that there ever was, eternally as it is now. And it will take the place of self-deceptions made but to usurp the altar to the Father and the Son. Today we practice true humility, abandoning the false pretense by which the ego seeks to prove its arrogance. Only the ego can be arrogant. But truth is humble in acknowledging its mightiness, its changelessness, and its eternal wholeness, all encompassing God's perfect gift to his beloved Son. We lay aside the arrogance which says that we are sinners, guilty and afraid, ashamed of what we are, and lift our hearts in true humility instead to him who has created us immaculate, like to himself in power and in love. The power of decision is our own, and we accept of him that which we are, and humbly recognize the Son of God. To recognize God's Son implies as well that all self-concepts have been laid aside and recognized as false. Their arrogance has been perceived, and in humility the radiance of God's Son, his gentleness, his perfect sinlessness, his Father's love, his right to heaven and release from hell are joyously accepted as our own. Now do we join in glad acknowledgement that lies are false and only truth is true. We think of truth alone as we arise and spend 5 minutes practicing its ways, encouraging our frightened minds with this: the power of decision is my own. This day I will accept myself as what my Father's will created me to be. Then we will wait in silence, giving up all self-deceptions as we humbly ask our Christ self that he reveal himself to us. And he who never left will come again to our awareness, grateful to restore his home to God as it was meant to be. In patience, wait for him throughout the day, and hourly invite him with the words with which the day began, concluding it with the same invitation to your Christ self. God's voice will answer, for he speaks for you and for your Father. He will substitute the peace of God for all your frantic thoughts, the truth of God for self-deceptions, and God's Son for your illusions of yourself. And for some music, the first song we're going to listen to is Spirit's Got the Wheel.
When I get lost, when I feel small, you lift me up, you take it all. No longer stuck, no need to heal, just ride in grace. Spirit's got the wheel, Spirit's got the wheel, I won't delay. I trust the light to guide my way. I give it up, I let it roll. This is the road back to my soul. When I get lost, when I feel small, you lift me up, you take it all. No longer stuck, no need to heal, just ride in grace. Spirit's got the wheel, Spirit's got the wheel, I won't delay. I trust the light to guide my way. I give it up, I let it roll. This is the road back to my soul.
Great. Spirit's got the wheel. Then we have a dance sing-along from Right and Wrong.
I used to live in the court of the mind, gavel in hand, judging all I could find. This is right and that is wrong, built a cage from a justice song. But the truth don't live in black and white, it shines beyond the fear and fight. I dropped the scale, I dropped the proof, and stepped into a brighter truth. From right and wrong to light and strong, I don't need sides, I just belong. No more shame, no more spin, just love within. And I begin from right and wrong to light and strong. I let go Ego said, pick a side, take a stand, but I felt peace slip through my hand, till Spirit said, let's drop that game, come rest inside the holy flame. Now I see with a whole new view, you're not against me, I'm not about you. I'm not here to prove or fix, I'm here to shine, not play old tricks. From right and wrong to light and strong, from blame and fear to Spirit song. No more courts, no mental war, just open skies and a sacred floor. From right and wrong to light and strong, I'm not a fight, I'm where I've longed to be. Just free, completely known, held in truth and not alone. Let go the judge, the inner war. You were never broken, never poor. The light don't care who's right or not. It only asks, have you forgot? From right and wrong to light and strong, I dropped the fear and found I belong. I walk in peace, I walk in grace, and let love fill this holy place. From right and wrong to light and strong, I know now where I truly belong. I'm not a question, I am the song, I am the light, and I am strong. Let go the judge, the inner war. You were never broken, never poor. The light don't care who's right or not. It only asks, have you forgot? From right and wrong to light and strong, I know now where I truly belong. I'm not a question, I am the song, I am the light, and I am strong.
Beautiful. And now we have a devotional dance jam video here, but we're going to hear the audio part. It's Fall in Love with Love.
I was searching for something outside of me, chasing echoes of who I thought I should be. But every path returned me above to one quiet truth: fall in love with love. Love is the ground, the sky, the sea. Fall in love with love and be set free.
Wow. Thank you, Christopher. Woo. That is just absolutely spectacular. That's all I can say. And lesson 153, in my defenselessness, my safety lies. How to fall in love with love and stay there. Yeah, you might remember the longest lesson in the book was lesson 135. If I defend myself, I am attacked. Now, here we are. Here we go again. This is really the key. In my defenselessness, my safety lies. You who feel threatened by this changing world, its twist of fortune and its bitter jest, its brief relationships and all the gifts it merely lends to take away again, attend this lesson well. The world provides no safety. It is rooted in attack, and all its gifts of seeming safety are illusory deceptions. It attacks and then attacks again. No peace of mind is possible where danger threatens thus. The world gives rise but to defensiveness, for threat brings anger, anger brings attack, makes attack seem reasonable, honestly provoked, and righteous in the name of self-defense. Yet is defensiveness a double threat, for it attests to weakness and sets up a system of defense that cannot work. Now are the weak still further undermined, for there is treachery without and still greater treachery within. The mind is now confused and knows not where to turn to find escape from its imaginings. It is as if a circle held it fast, wherein another circle bound it, and another one in that, until escape is no longer can be hoped for nor obtained. Attack, defense, defense, attack become the circles of the hours and the days that bind the mind in heavy bands of steel with iron overlaid, returning but to start again. There seems to be no break nor ending in the ever-tightening grip of the imprisonment upon the mind. Defenses are the costliest of all the prices which the ego would exact. In them lies madness in a form so grim that hope of sanity seems but to be an idle dream, beyond the possible. The sense of threat the world encourages is so much deeper and so far beyond the frenzy and intensity of which you can conceive, that you have no idea of all the devastation it has wrought. You are its slave. You know not what you do in fear of it. You do not understand how much you have been made to sacrifice, who feel its iron grip upon your heart. You do not realize that what you have done to sabotage the holy place of God by your defensiveness. For you behold the Son of God is but a victim to attack by fantasies, by dreams, and by illusions he has made, yet helpless in their presence, needful only of defense by still more fantasies and dreams by which illusions of his safety comfort him. Defenselessness is strength. It testifies to recognition of the Christ in you. Perhaps you will recall the text maintains that choice is always made between Christ's strength and your own weakness, seen apart from him. Defenselessness can never be attacked because it recognizes strength so great attack is folly, or a silly game a tired child might play when he becomes too sleepy to remember what he wants. Defensiveness is weakness. It proclaims you have denied the Christ and come to fear his Father's anger. What can save you now from your delusion of an angry God whose fearful image you believe you see at work in all the evils of the world? What but illusions could defend you now when it is but illusions that you fight? We will not play such childish games today, for our true purpose is to save the world, and we would not exchange for foolishness the endless joy our function offers us. We would not let our happiness slip by because a fragment of senseless dream happened to cross our minds, and we mistook the figures in it for the Son of God, its tiny instant for eternity. We look past dreams today and recognize that we need no defense because we are created unassailable, without all thought or wish or dream in which attack has any meaning. Now we cannot fear, for we have left all fearful thoughts behind, and in defenselessness we stand secure, serenely certain of our safety now, sure of salvation, sure we will fulfill our chosen purpose as our ministry extends its holy blessing through the world. Be still a moment and in silence think how holy is your purpose, how secure you rest, untouchable within its light. God's ministers have chosen that the truth be with them. Who is holier than they? Who could be sure than that his happiness is fully guaranteed? And who could be more mightily protected? What defense could possibly be needed by the ones who are among the chosen ones of God by his selection and their own as well? It is the function of God's ministers to help their brothers choose as they have done. God has elected all, but few have come to realize his will is but their own. And while you fail to teach what you have learned, salvation waits in darkness, holds the world in grim imprisonment. Nor will you learn that light has come to you and your escape has been accomplished. For you will not see the light until you offer it to all your brothers. As they take it from your hands, so will you recognize it as your own. Salvation can be thought of as a game that happy children play. It was designed by one who loves his children and who would replace their fearful toys with joyous games, which teach them that the game of fear is gone. His game instructs in happiness because there is no loser. Everyone who plays must win, and in his winning is the gain to everyone insured. The game of fear is gladly laid aside when children come to see the benefits salvation brings. You who have played that you are lost to hope, abandoned by your Father, left alone in terror in a fearful world made mad by sin and guilt, be happy now. That game is over. Now a quiet time has come, in which we put away the toys of guilt and lock our quaint and childish thoughts of sin forever from the pure and holy minds of heaven's children and the Son of God. We pause but for a moment more to play our final happy game upon this earth, and then we go to take our rightful place where truth abides and games are meaningless. So is the story ended. Let this day bring the last chapter closer to the world, that everyone may learn the tale he reads of a terrifying destiny, defeat of all his hopes, his pitiful defense against a vengeance he cannot escape, is but his own deluded fantasy. God's ministers have come to waken him from the dark dreams this story has evoked in his confused, bewildered memory of this distorted tale. God's Son can smile at last on learning that it is not true. Today we practice in a form we will maintain for quite a while. We will begin each day by giving our attention to the daily thought as long as possible. 5 minutes now becomes the least we give in the preparation for a day in which salvation is the only goal we have. 10 would be better, 15 better still. And as distraction ceases to arise to turn us from our purpose, we will find that half an hour is too short a time to spend with God. Nor will we willingly give less at night in gratitude and joy. Each hour adds to our increasing peace as we remember to be faithful to the will we share with God. At times, perhaps a minute, even less, will be the most that we can offer as the hour strikes. Sometimes we will forget. At other times, the business of the world will close on us, and we will be unable to withdraw a little while and turn our thoughts to God. Yet when we can, we will observe our trust as ministers of God in hourly remembrance of our mission and His love. And we will quietly sit by and wait on Him, listen to His voice, and learn what He would have us do the hour that is yet to come, while thanking Him for all the gifts He gave us in the one gone by. In time, with practice, you will never cease to think of Him and hear His loving voice guiding your footsteps into quiet ways where you will walk in true defenselessness. For you will know that heaven goes with you, nor would you keep your mind away from Him a moment, even though your time is spent in offering salvation to the world. Think you He will not make this possible for you who chose to carry out His plan for the salvation of the world and yours? Today our theme is our defenselessness. We clothe ourselves in it as we prepare to meet the day. We rise up strong in Christ and let our weakness disappear as we remember that His strength abides in us. We will remind ourselves that He remains beside us through the day and never leaves our weakness unsupported by His strength. We call upon His strength each time we feel the threat of our defenses undermine our certainty of purpose. We will pause a moment as He tells us, I am here. Your practicing will now begin to take the earnestness of love to help you keep your mind from wandering from its intent. Be not afraid nor timid. There can be no doubt that you will reach your final goal. The ministers of God can never fail because the love and strength and peace that shines from them to all their brothers come from Him. These are His gifts to you. Defenselessness is all you need to give Him in return. You lay aside but what was never real to look on Christ and see His sinlessness. In my defenselessness, my safety lies. And I think we can go back here for one closing song. Let's see what it will be. How about I am Holiness? This is the spin-off of Kirsten's song, Holiness.
Welcoming holiness, allowing holiness, welcoming holiness, I am holiness.
Singing of holiness, singing so free, inspired by holiness, flowing through me. Singing of holiness, truth I can see. I am holiness eternally.
I am holiness, expanding wide in holiness, nothing else, just holiness. I am holiness.
the original Holiness, and there is a lively, a lively devotional dance jam. So many songs to sing with joy, so many songs to dance with joy. So those are our reminders today. Yeah. The power of decision is my own, and in my defenselessness my safety lies. And glory to God that it is so, that we can shine and share and just let the love within us radiate to everything and everyone. It's all inclusive, it's all encompassing. Have a beautiful evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and live the light, live the truth, live God's love that is our own.